please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
So we wanted to start a podcast to show that the average people can go to Disney.
A family of 4. I'm a teacher.
I work in construction. I do HVAC controls. No one knows what that is.
We have a kid who's 17 and 12, and we go to Disney at least 3 times a year. We are annual pass holders,
Yep.
Disney Vacation Club members.
We bought DVC years back.
And we've started going to Disney since our 12-year-old was 2. We started with Disneyland. And then shortly after that, we went and took a trip to Disney World. And that was pre-COVID. And we went 2 times before COVID. And then after COVID, I can't tell you how many times we've been.
We went on a budget. I mean, we went on a budget. We stayed at All Star Movies the first time at
Yes.
Disney World, right? And that was an experience. We actually got upgraded because someone complained. There was a lot going on at the hotel. It was very loud where we were.
A lot of tour groups.
And I mean, literally, so she complained the night that she complained, she got an email saying, "Hey, can you pack your bags and leave them in your room? We're moving you to another resort."
And we went to Port Orleans Riverside. We stayed in one of the Princess Suites.
It was amazing. I mean, literally, that's what we did. We packed our bags. We went to the parks. And when we came back to the parks, we didn't go back to that resort. We went to Port Orleans Resort. It notified us our room number, and we found it, and our magic band unlocked the door, everything.
But we've stayed there. We've stayed at Pop Century. We enjoy Pop Century if we just want a quick little weekend.
I had an amazing bonus one year, and we were actually going back. Like, I think we booked
Art of Animation.
Art of Animation. And we were going to go stay at Art of Animation, but I had an amazing bonus. So I was like, you know what? Let's just upgrade. And we went to the Poly.
We were working with a travel agent, which at that time I was not a travel agent. That's my side hustle, is I'm a travel agent, specializing in Disney. And we reached out to our travel agent, who quickly changed us to the Polynesian. And we stayed there and had an amazing time there. And that's actually the trip that we got into the Disney Vacation Club.
We bought DVC on that trip. We bought the Riviera.
Well, we didn't buy it on the trip. We thought about it.
We thought about it.
We thought about it. And we pulled the trigger and bought it. And that Riviera opened in December of 2019. We purchased in July of 2019. And then COVID hit in 2020. So we didn't get to stay at the Riviera until I guess it was that summer when they slowly opened up.
Yeah, amazing resort. Amazing.
So we've stayed at the Riviera, the Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Saratoga Springs, Old Key West,
Boardwalk,
Beach Club. But as a travel agent, I like to get families to be able to enjoy a trip. If they want to go for 6 days, I try to make it to where they have the best deal for those 6 days and can possibly add on more or get a reservation for something.
There's nothing wrong with staying at Pop Century. Pop Century is awesome. You got access to the Skyliner. If you have a large family, you go for Art of Animation, right?
Because Art of Animation has the family suites.
But like, if money's not a thing, if you could afford a little bit more, going to a moderate, you got the Caribbean, right? Where the
we stayed there too.
And then you got the Port Orleans, and then you got French Quarter.
The
French
Port Orleans French Quarter.
Yes. Yeah. And then you go up to the higher level stuff, and I would go Poly all the time. I love the Poly, depending on the season. So
when we go, like we just went to the Festival of the Arts, we try to stay at the Boardwalk. or Beach Club because it's walking distance to Epcot. And
Yep.
since we're going to spend most of our time there, it's nice to know that if one of us gets tired, he just walk back to our resort.
Right. We go every January for the Festival of Arts because you're an art teacher,
Mhm.
and we actually do go and look at the art. We love interacting with the Disney artists. They're amazing. They'll sit there and talk to you all day long.
Mm-hmm. We like to buy art.
We like to buy art. We have more art than what we have wall space for. We do pin trading. Pin trading is awesome.
And then we always have our longest trip in the summer, usually in June. And we'll take that and we'll split our time between the Riviera and the Polynesian. Last summer we did a split between the Polynesian and the Beach Club just to experience their Stormalong Bay. And then sometimes we like to go in the fall, but we usually, it's a toss up between Disney World or Disneyland.
We like both of them. We did our first Disney cruise this year.
Yes,
Which
this
was
last
awesome.
summer, 2024.
And we're not 100% Disney people. We go to Universal too. We really like Universal. We want to get back there to see the
Epic Universe
opening. Probably not the opening, but sometime maybe this year or next year we'll try to sneak in there and see Epic Universe.
But we're hoping that the podcast will help us to get all the information that we have about Disney out there. A lot of people don't understand that using a travel agent is a zero cost. It's actually rolled into the cost that you're already paying for. So if you're working without a travel agent, you're just giving Disney that money and not getting the help that a travel agent could give you.
It's so worth it because a good travel agent searches deals for you all the time. So you might book a room 6 months to a year in advance, and Disney might have some specials going on that they put out after you booked it.
Mm-hmm.
And your travel agent will either automatically do it or call you and go, hey, you know, if you want to change resorts, if you want to upgrade resorts, you can actually upgrade and get money back.
I actually just did it for my own family. We were able to move our Disneyland trip up a week and actually upgrade to the Disneyland hotel from the Pixar hotel and actually saved money. So I do all that kind of research to just help families save money to be able to have that once in a lifetime trip that doesn't have to be once in a lifetime.
And if you want to save up for it, you can do it 2 years in advance, a year in advance. What's the reservation?
Usually it's 499 days in advance.
So 199 days.
499
days. 499 days in advance. So, but you take payments all the time, and one of the tricks is if you have a Sam's or in some parts of the country there's the BJ's warehouse. You can go there and buy discounted gift cards, and you could pay your trip to the travel agent. You take those all the time. You could pay your trip with those gift cards.
It's actually easier on the travel agent side for you to use a Disney gift card. I have a drawer full of old Disney gift cards that we used for that Polynesian trip, that very first time.
Oh, yeah.
And that trip, I think it was almost $9,000, and that's before COVID. It was a very long trip for a family of 4. And we were able to save at least $300 by going to Sam's and buying increments of the cards, and we just sent the number to our travel agent and he applied the balance to it and paid it off. You just have to make sure you hang on to at least one gift card for all.
It's super easy. Disney makes it super easy. There's a website that you go to and you can take the balances of the cards and stack them on up to $1,000. So you can have up to $1,000 at a time on a gift card. And you can use those gift cards throughout the park. We did it this last trip for all the food booths. That way you don't have those racking charges.
And if you use the Magic Band, it's really easy to just charge everything. And then it goes to your resort. And then at the end of the trip, you're like, oh, I didn't realize I spent $1,000 at the food booths.
Yes. And you could you could still use the Magic Bands. And every day you go back to the resort, you can actually pay off what you put. If you don't pay it off, Disney overnight they put another $100 hold on your your room somehow, some way.
It's actually, you have $100 threshold. Every time you pass that $100 threshold, they put another $100 hold on your credit card. So if you're like us and you like to come back without any debt, or at least know what's on your credit card, we would prefer not to have all those charges waiting to fall off and hard to keep track of. So there's a lot of Disney tips and tricks and little ways around things and things that people don't know that we're hoping to get out to the public
Exactly.
without, we're not sponsored by anybody.
No.
And
But
then
there will be a link down in the description to the website, the Vacations by Kelly,
Mhm.
where you can reach out and get a quote for Disney or Universal or a cruise or whatever trip. Like and subscribe to this channel to get all these tips and tricks. Kelly's got tons of tips and tricks, how to pack.
oh yeah, those are my favorite.
We just went for 5 days.
5 days,
We
yes.
went for 5 days. A family of 3 and 2 carry-on suitcases.
With space to bring home
space to
stuff.
bring back whatever you want.
Popcorn buckets,
Yes.
lots of shirts and trinkets.
So we have tips like that. We got tips on travel, how to save on travel. Kelly's a companion on for the
Southwest.
whole year
Mhm.
for Southwest. So
Second year in a row.
I buy a ticket, she actually gets to fly for free.
And
I
then-
don't work for Southwest. We
Yeah.
just have we'll show you those tips and tricks on how to do that.
And we also have our picky eater, Ethan. Say hi.
Say hi, Ethan.
He also controls our camera.
That's our picky
Hello.
eater right there.
He's 12 years old and he has all kinds of tips and tricks for kids standing in line, any kind of information they want to be knowledgeable on. He's a good resource.
And he'll tell you about the cruise ship. On the Disney cruise ship, he got to go off on his own. Disney has all these clubs that the kids get to go to, the age ranges or whatever, and he had full access to the ship. He'll tell you about that in one of the episodes.
Mhm.
So make sure you like and subscribe to get all this fun information. Thanks for watching.